Thank you. We're going to slow it down just a little bit. Oh, we got to slow down every once in a while. I got to actually let everybody tune for a little bit. But while we're doing that, this next song we're going to do for you has kind of a special story behind it. I want to share that with you before we get started on it. Probably about a couple years ago now, a good friend of ours came to me and he said, I have the greatest idea for a song. But he said, I'm not a songwriter, so I really don't know how to put what I want to say to music or put it into a way that I could share it with people. So what he told me was, he said, I have a son and he's my only son. He's my only child. And he came to me last week and told me he had just enlisted into the U.S. Marine Corps. And he said, you know, while I was really proud of my son for volunteering his time and his service for our country, he said, I also began to get really apprehensive because I thought, wow, what if I was to send my only son off, and what if he was to be involved in a conflict or a battle somewhere, and what if he was to lose his life? And what if he was to go over there and maybe die for people that didn't know who he was and they didn't care? And he said he spent a lot of time just in anguish about it and really upset about it, and a lot of time in prayer. And he said that finally the answer he felt that God was giving him that helped him to find some peace with the whole thing was that God told him, you know, I had an only son too, and I sent my only son for people that didn't know who he was and they didn't care either. So he kind of found peace with that for himself, and we want to send this song out especially to all of our veterans that are in the audience today, and any families of any veterans that are in the audience, and also out for Marty and Debbie for their anniversary. So I want to thank all of you for all of your service. This is called This Is My Son.
My only son goes off to war. He's unafraid to live and die for people who don't even know who he is. And I understand now just what you did, 'cause this is my son, my only son. And I give him up for people who don't care that they're free at the cost of his life. I understand now your sacrifice. You gave us yours and I gave him mine. Lord, keep him safe, he is my only child. Please bring him back home. This is my son.